Hello, my name is Adrian Cain, and this is my video assignment for week 2, where we started CSS. So right here, I have my website on the right and my Visual Studio Code on the left. I'll just walk through the style sheet because this is pretty much the same as last week. I did redo some stuff to try and organize it better. But yeah, so I will go through the element selectors first. On the body here, I set up some margins to kind of give it some room on the side, set up a font family for the entire, all 3 pages, and also this background, which I liked, which actually was from the Tokyo lab, but I just really like that gradient. And as you can see, it is on all 3 pages here. And now on my header here, I have set up an element selector to get a font size, align it in the center, and a goldenrod background, and also curve the borders of those. And so that is on all 3 pages since it's affecting all headers. All H2s, all header 2s are down here on the pages. Well, actually, I just have the one. So it's just affecting this text right here. And then it's doing kind of the same thing as the big header. I set all paragraphs to be centered and have a 20 pixel font size. I set ordered lists, which this actually is. I know I could have done unordered, but I was messing around between the two and just left an ordered list and removed the numbers because I wanted to remove the numbers from the unordered list, or the bullets from the unordered list anyway. So either way, it's a list with no kind of bullet or number, which is list style type none. I have a 0 margin bottom, text aligned to the center of this list and list items, and then a background color, which is, see this one right here. And then I added this pseudo class for every nth child of odd to be a different color, just to kind of break them up a little bit. Okay, this is for my table data over here on nutrition. I gave this table a little bit of border and coloring. So I aligned all the data in the center, gave the header a background, and then the header and the data here is all getting borders, which are collapsed, and then setting up some margins. Here I've set a pseudo class for my anchors. So once they're visited, they will turn purple, which they already were purple since I've already clicked on them. So I'm not sure how to reset that to see it, but yeah, and then the font weight should be going back to normal after you click. I'm not getting that either. Yeah. So then my footer, I had a color here to it. I modified it with some other selectors down below, but I just wanted to get all the colors changed here. And now here is an attribute selector. So this text inside the form, it has an attribute called placeholder, and I was able to align that text in the center using that attribute selector, which we can see. This is the attribute I targeted. An ID selector, my links down here, I show you here. I put in a div and gave that div an ID named links, and that's on all 3 pages. Let's see. Yep. And so then I wanted to align all the links and give them a font size of bold and a larger font size. So they should be black until the pseudo class would turn them purple once visited. And then they should be bold until clicked on and then return to a normal font weight. Now here are my class selectors. So these text sections here on my website, I labeled intro. And that should be any that has, yep, and there's nutrition intro, contact intro. So all 3 pages have an intro class on them, and it's the text immediately under the picture on all 3 pages. So I thought that that was kind of a good class name for it. And I'm doing just some more getting them centered and giving them some padding so they don't just have this long line of text. I like this kind of blocky looking paragraph better. And so then, let's see. Okay, and then for another class selector, all the images I gave a class of center. It's way over here, but all the images have that. And so whenever I did center, I'm again getting these in the middle, and displaying them as a block allowed me to move them a lot easier. Same thing with the contact form over on contact. I gave it a class here, and that allowed me to move this, align the items in the center, and display it in this grid layout, which I like. So those are all of my elements touched by CSS. I got all 3 different CSS selectors in there, and I also pushed it up to GitHub. So you can see here, this M was me just testing out something and putting it back to normal really quick. So no need to push that. Yeah, that is my assignment. I'm getting these question marks on my README. I'm going to look into that as well. Thank you very much.